set up for the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Finds Troutman. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. Even tight end with an officiate.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down, give to Harvey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. Buys time, rolling right. He's making a bid for it. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
You know, you don't have to be an elite scrambler or the fastest in a 40 time to make a play like that. All you need is awareness. See where the marker is and know when it's time to go get it yourself.
Get to Harvey here from the pistol. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. As a man, that's Courtland Sutton. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Run left side, Harvey. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Nix from the gun. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Courtland Sutton, the touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos, who want up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Stroud completes it quick. Reaches the 30. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Shotgun now for Stroud. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Mixon. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Running for it, Mixon. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. It's going to be 2nd and 3 when we return from our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. 2nd and 3 now.
Ready? Captain.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh, man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They give up the middle to Harvey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Another Broncos first down.
Shotgun hands out to Harvey. And he works his way for a gain of 4. The Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Second and 6 at the Texans' 15-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. He finds his back. Harvey. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here's the give on third and short. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
No gain on the play.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal. Play action with Nix. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch? Yeah, that looked good. But you've got to get both feet down, too.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Hey, we've all learned enough to look at the numbers through the years and know how important points are going into halftime and coming out of halftime. They accomplished the first task. Now they get a chance to begin the second half of the ball as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go. What?
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jaime Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Harvey headed right. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
To throw, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Captain.
Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing here, Nix. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Bombers.
On third down, here's Nix. Comes this one off to Harvey. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. And Jumbo set on this first and goal.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brocco. And Jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good point. Trying to find his tight end. So they'll be left with third and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Third and goal, here's Nix. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted! And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. It's Harvey straight ahead. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Nix trying to sneak it. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, he's silent for it.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Hold on a second. Ready. Bombers.
This time it's a passing play. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? 19. Okay. Down.
Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Little fine in his back, Mixon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Broncos going nickel here, 3rd down.
Here we go.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Tony. Here we go. 19. Let's go.
From the gun, Stroud. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st and 10, on to Mixon. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Stroud off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
18. Let's go.
Stroud now on 3rd. And he let his man shoot much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Look at hot.
Stroud's going to throw for it. He connects downfield. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Broncos 10.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Away. Ready.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Chill. Hold on a sec. Ready. Away.
Nix from the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. Now the offense and Nix coming to the line and looking to tack on 2 more.
Bombers.
The Broncos will
All right, they're going to throw for it. Chase down to his right. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2. That risk pays off.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10.
All right. At 18. That's it.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
18. That's it.
Shotgun now, 1st round. And then off here to Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Get a 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. I give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
On the quick, right?
A handoff for Mixon, running right. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Mine picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Texans leading by 6. So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. At 18. That's it.
A give to Mixon up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
All right. At 18. That's it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
19 Texas. South.
He'll throw it. And he got there in time. He's taken down. With a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Texans set to punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown.
Their own 18-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Just over 40 seconds to play as they line up. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Ready.
Now to throw. That one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Down by 6, no choice but to go for this.
Bombers. Catching.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game.
As an offense, you never want to play this game in a state of desperation. That's what so much of that felt like. Forcing you to go for it, forcing you to pass. I think forcing the quarterback to get rid of it and take a chance, that was just less than ideal all the way around.
18.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Stroud completes it quick. Across the 20, continuing to work. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
18.
Here's Stroud throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth.
Texans 32, Broncos 18.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How do they lose him? How do they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well either.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before